Oklahoma producers that have spring calving operations are probably taking the bulls, or already have taken the bulls from the breeding pasture. And so this would be a good time to evaluate the body condition of those bulls so that we can get them in the proper body condition before the next time that we use them. You see, many operations in this part of the country have both fall and spring breeding seasons. And the bulls that are coming out of these spring breeding seasons that are going to be used very soon again for a fall breeding season, it is very, very important that we make sure that the body condition is regained on those bulls before they're used again in November. If we have young bulls, yearlings, up to 2-year-olds, it's really, really critical, I think, to make sure that they are going to be regaining that body condition before we use them in about another 4 or 5 months. If we have bulls that are coming out of the breeding season that are a little too thin, a body condition score 3 or a 4, such as this black bull that's on the screen, then it's important, I think, to put those bulls in a small trap and make sure that we work them up on a ration that contains as much as about 1% of their body weight per head per day of a high concentrate diet. Usually that's going to be something that has about 14 to 20% crude protein in the grain mix. The rest of their diet, of course, will be free choice standing grass or grass hay. Now, in the case of bulls that we're not going to use again until next spring, we have more time. But now is a good time to start to regain body condition so that they're in good shape before the winter months actually begin. It's much harder to put condition on them in the winter time. For mature bulls, in most cases, those bulls just will need a little bit of a protein supplement, kind of like we're taking care of a dry cow. But we want to remember those bulls weigh 1.5 times generally what the cows do. So if we're going to give the cows 2 pounds of a high protein supplement at this time of the year to put some condition on them, then 3 to 4 pounds of a high protein, 40% crude protein supplement will really help those bulls utilize the forage that's available to them and put on some body condition. Make sure those bulls are back in good body condition before we go into the next breeding season, and we'll have a successful breeding season next time. Hey, I'm looking forward to visiting with you next week on Sunup's Cow-Calf Corner.